Morning, everyone. Welcome. Just gonna make sure we're live. Yay. Looks like we are. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Let me get to my screen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Maybe you're watching the replay after you did your dishes, got the kitchen clean. Welcome. It's Wednesday, so we're gonna do a wellness check-in and talk about how you can say goodbye to toxins and hello to nature. But before we get into that, you guys, because toxins are everywhere, we're going to put some plants through our nose. Okay, so it's the fastest way to get essential oils into your system. So grab your favorite essential oil, if it's like near your desk, your bed, wherever you are, grab it. Let's do a quick drop. And if two fall, that's okay. Your body needs it. We're going to rub our hands together and take 2 to 3 deep inhales. So what's happening is that these essential oil molecules are passing through the olfactory system and hitting the limbic area, which is in the brain, and it's producing chemicals. And balance is going to keep me grounded today. All right, I'm ready to go. Do you have your coffee? I have a little turmeric in mine. I did the toothpick style so it doesn't overwhelm it and be too like, oof, stinky. It doesn't have to be coffee. It could be water. Put some lemon in it or some citrus, and away we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Since we're ready to rock and roll, people. Let's do this. All right. Welcome, everyone. Goodbye, toxins. Hello, nature. I'm your host and wellness advocate, Nicole Mock. First, I want to acknowledge you and thank you for joining me today. So you can start ditching and switching just like I have. This might not be the first time you've heard me talk about toxins and, my previous classes, reducing, some of those in the home and, in the air, like when we cleanse the air with our essential oils. But for some of y'all, this might be your first time looking at my class. So let's get to it. Just a little bit about myself. I'm just a mom that has a young son that is not a very good aim in the bathroom, if you know what I'm talking about. And by the time he was like 6 or 7, I was kind of fed up. And I said, you know what, Ian, you're going to clean the bathroom. And I was using the stuff that my mom used, that my great-grandmother used, because, we all have it in our minds that harsh chemicals are going to, kill all the germs and all the icky stuff. And we've got a clean home. True, all the germs are gone, but doesn't necessarily mean our home is clean. It is definitely full of chemicals and toxins. And what would happen is I would spray the toilet down with the stuff I would use. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest with you. And Ian and I would start coughing. And it never occurred to me, like, that's our bodies naturally trying to remove toxins from our bodies, because some got into our lungs and we were trying to cough it up. So what I would do is have them stand outside the bathroom while I sprayed, and I would hold my nose, spray the toilet, and then walk out and say, okay, it's safe to go in there and clean your toilet. Then when I discovered that On Guard could be used as a natural cleaning solution, I was like, oh, because I've been looking for a natural cleaning solution since 2008, because I had a baby. I knew he was going to be touching and crawling on everything. And how do I keep, the environment safe for him, as well as, reduce the amount of chemicals in my home. So yeah, I started looking for natural products because of him. So yeah, I made my own. I had sort of empty bottle. It had some vinegar left in it. It was a spray bottle. So I put some On Guard in there, and the rest with filtered water. Said, here's the bottle, son, just clean your toilet like normal, and I'll be back to check on you. He cleaned the entire bathroom. Never done that before. He cleaned the entire bathroom with that bottle. It smelled amazing. It was just the cinnamon, the clove, the wild orange. It just smelled amazing. And it didn't leave any streaks of residue or anything like that. Like, the whole bathroom was clean, and I was just like floored, because he's like 6 and 7. Who does that? All right. So what is a toxin and what does toxic load mean? Well, a toxin is any substance that places undue stress on the body. They could be anywhere, in the air, outside. Here in California, they're very strict on emissions. Like we have to get smog checked, for a very good reason. Because if you guys remember back in the late 70s, early 80s, it was hella smoggy out here and people couldn't breathe. And there's a huge asthma problem out here as well, mostly in the valley area. Toxic load, some of toxic substance accumulated within your body and the burden they place on organs at any given time. So you're feeling sluggish, or you're starting to feel some pain, or you just feel off. Yeah, that's some toxic load. All right, so the burden of your body, toxic load matters. Yes, sir. So what are the potential consequences of a toxic load that's too heavy? Well, toxin can cause imbalances and negative effects on wellness, influencing your daily long-term health. Knowing this, why would we ever, use these products in our, why would we even bring them in our lives? So most of the time we don't even know that they're, poisonous. If you've heard of the Teflon using the PFOAs or FPOAs or some whatever. There's a whole bunch of acronyms out there on the chemical use for Teflon. They keep the food from sticking to our pots and pans. Those were seeping into our bodies as well. And those are forever chemicals. Like once they're in the body, it's really tough to get them out. So start ditching those pots and pans. I know you're thinking, well, stainless steel, if food gets stuck on there, like the convenience of the nonstick. There are safer nonstick out there. Just ditch the stuff you have now and look for the safer stuff. But the trick to stainless steel pots and pans is to make sure that your oil, your EVOO is, or butter, whatever oil you're using, your cooking butter oil, you want to make sure that it is on the burner for at least a good 2 to 3 minutes before you place the food on. And I'm telling you, it'll never stick. Plus, you got doTERRA products to help you wash your pots and pans, okay? So yeah, they sneak into our products, into our food. Perfumes and lotions and conditioners, many personal products have these chemicals. They're everywhere in our home. Yeah. Fun fact, women use an average of 12 personal care products that contain more than 160 chemicals. Now let's think about that for a second. We're putting on lotion, body lotions that have scents. We're putting on makeup, and those have God only knows what. I mean, do your homework, you could go to ewg.org and put in the ingredients that they have listed on the back, and then I'll tell you they rate how safe that is. We're putting on makeup, lots of makeup, different kinds now, concealer, foundation, powder. I mean, it's just crazy. And I love watching the women put on those tutorials on YouTube when they put on their makeup, because I'm always like floored how amazing they look with it on. But I'm always like, how much chemicals are you putting on? Men on average use 6 personal care products that have more than 85 chemicals. Yeah, so the men are not excluded in this at all. All right. So when functioning properly, your body's has an efficient toxic load, minimizing the machine. Yeah, but if your toxic load becomes too heavy, it can affect your daily and long-term health, especially because your body becomes less efficient at managing toxins as your toxic load increases. Just when you need your body to feel functioning at its best, it's hindered and it's slowed down, which can lead to negative effects, you guys. Yeah. So, but good news, we can't control what we bring into our home. We can't control every toxin because sometimes we just don't know. And then when the information comes out, we make those changes. But you do get to choose what comes into your home. When you look at labels on products and for you and your family that use every day, you get to decide whether you put them in the garbage or in your body. You have choices, and once you know about them, you'll wonder why you ever settled for anything less than all natural products, right? So let's protect our home and family with natural products. So reducing our toxic load in your home is a process that happens one step at a time. I know, because like me, I like to use all the products that I already have because I don't want to waste any money. I like to use those first before I switch. Totally normal. Choose a simple an area to tackle and start there. Today, the area we're focusing on is personal care products. The stuff you lather onto your skin. And the skin is the biggest organ, and we are just wreaking havoc on our skin. I have been scanning people for 3 years at vendor events that I go to get the word out that doTERRA is out there and they're the best of the best. And I have scanned 32 women, and 24 out of those 32 had skin and hair come up on their scanner as a something to look at. Because I think we really ignore, and we probably skip a lot of baths, and that's part of it. So I dug a little deeper. I was like, well, what essential oils were they suggesting for those women? And there's quite a bit of essential oils. So I just kind of want to quickly go over those real quick that you can put on your face and what they do to help improve the appearance of your skin. So myrrh was one of them. And what that does, it reduces fine lines and wrinkles. Sandalwood restores moisture in your hair. Jasmine touch reduces skin imperfections, and so does frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils. If you're not sure which oil to turn to, always go to Frank. Blue tansy made the list. That reduces blemishes and soothes skin irritation. Osmanthus touch, that will hydrate the skin. Melissa was in there. I know it has some skin benefits as well. Helichrysum, it helps reduce blemishes. It gives that youthful, glowing skin. Copaiba touch, if you apply that topically, it keeps the skin clear and clean. It also moisturizes the skin. Siberian fir soothes minor skin irritations. Yarrow Palm promotes healthy skin or help reduce the appearance of blemishes. Tea tree, skin irritations. It's also a facial cleanser, perfect for after shaving or waxing in the bikini area because it helps reduce or minimize the ingrown hairs in that area. Citronella, it soothes the skin and scalp, and that was just a promo last month. Magnolia touch, if you combine with a bergamot or ylang-ylang, it promotes a healthy looking skin. Lavender also helps with skin irritations, you get a little sunburn or any kind of burn. Fennel, which was last month's promo, it also promotes healthy looking skin and hair. I didn't know that you could put it in your hair, so go for that. Immortelle reduces blemishes. That one is just straight oil. It's a blend of just straight oil. There's no fraction of coconut oil in that. It comes in a touch form. HD Clear also in a touch form, and that clears up the complexion, also hydrates this skin and cleanses it. And then Tulsi, the holy basil, my favorite, it keeps appearance, your face looking clean and healthy, so your skin is healthy. So I thought I'd share that with you because I thought that was interesting. Like that many women, we're ignoring our skin. We're putting too much of the bad stuff, not enough of the good stuff. All right. So yeah, doTERRA Preserve what's pure. An essential oil safety, effectiveness, and potency all depends on purity. Absolutely. So doTERRA goes to the ends of the earth. Literally, like this is where they'll find a plant in the middle of nowhere and a farmer that's growing it and harvesting it, and they pay them fair market value. They work closely with the distill people that do, if it's not the farmer that does it, because they want to make sure that they're doing it in a sustainable way and getting the most yield out of the products, and make sure there's no cross contamination, that sort of thing. And then it's shipped to the US and tested 54 times. I don't know any essential oil companies that are testing their oils 54 times, with 11 of those being third-party labs to make sure, their lab reports are on the up and up and that they match. doTERRA, yeah, like we were just talking. So they coined the certified pure tested grade. That is the standard that they set for each of these oils. Now, right now, FDA doesn't regulate this industry. It's $18 billion dollar industry. So anybody could get into this game. Very popular because it's another option for people when they've tried everything from their doctor and didn't see the results that they wanted, especially if you've been struggling for 6 months to a year. Okay. What else? CoImpact Sourcing, I talked a little bit about that. What that does is they pay their farmers fair market value to harvest, to grow, to take care of the plants, take care of the earth. And I love that. Not only are we getting the benefits of these oils because of these farmers, but they're getting, they're just trying to make their dreams come true too. They're trying to earn a buck so they can send their kids to school, so they become doctors in their community. It's the same thing that we do. I love it. Okay. Fragrance, can we talk about that? So fragrances are in everything. It's the most common found ingredient in everyday products for your body or household. If you've watched the documentary Stink, I thought it was interesting that a woman, her son, had an severe allergic reaction, asthmatic attack from the Axe body spray. And she worked with the school to kind of get it banned, but there's always one student that would put on, either they forgot or they were like, no, I'm not going to be around that kid. It's not going to, it's not going to be me. I'm not going to be the one. And they wear it, and he has, a huge asthmatic attack where he ends up in the hospital for sometimes days or weeks. And when she calls Axe body spray to say, what is the ingredient? What can you tell me the fragrance, where it's sourced? And they won't tell her. Because they're afraid somebody's gonna like, oh, I'm gonna go out and get that cheap ass fragrance and make my own Axe body. Like, please, nobody wants that shit. Okay, so yeah, so there's 2 places where we can get fragrances, you guys. That's it, just 2. It's either gonna be plant-based, hello doTERRA, or petroleum or coal tar based. Why in the world would you want to put petroleum fragrance on your body? Yarrow. We put that in our cars. We make them go. we put oil in all kinds of mechanical things so they run smoothly, so there's no squeaky squeaks. We should not be putting that in our body. Gross. Okay. So now it's time to ditch and switch. So if you love candles, those are going to have synthetic fragrances in them too, because you cannot, crisp linen. How in the hell do you get crisp linen in a scent form? It is man-made. So you can switch to doTERRA essential oils, right? And get those lovely fragrances in your home. Just use a diffuser, any kind of diffuser. Plugins, even worse. Full of toxins. I can't even walk down the aisle that has these in them, because my body just goes, oh my God, like I can't even breathe in. It's like my nostril just shuts down. So I hold my nose if I have to go down that aisle. Just switch over and use your diffuser, a water diffuser. There's all kinds out there, but water is like the most popular. Dryer sheets, holy hell, any kind of dryer sheets are the worst for the landfill anyway. But if you get the liquid form dryer, the fabric softener that you put in your washer, that stuff is nasty as hell. It turns into plastic if you don't, especially in your washer, if you use a lot of it. I saw this YouTube video, and this guy was like literally peeling it out of the washer, and he says it's toxic, it's bad for the environment, it's bad for the the wildlife, because our water goes, God only knows where it goes, but it goes somewhere where there's animals, and we're just poisoning ourselves and the environment. It's just bad, bad, bad. So switch to dryer balls. They're just safer and better for the environment, and then you're not putting those toxins in the air when your dryer runs, because there have been times where I've sit outside and I can smell someone's, drying their clothes because of that fume, and it just, and it totally triggers my, and causes my hormones to become imbalanced, and it triggers my my hot flashes and my night sweats. And I want to reduce those and not have those as often. So I ditched that. And I haven't had any problems since, but every time I get exposed, every time, it's kind of funny. Perfumes, I mean, those are really full of yuck too. Just use your essential oils as a natural perfume. People are going to compliment you too. Let me tell you, they're not going to be like, God dang, not be done and be nice and not say anything. They're actually going to compliment you. Okay, let's look for other ways to put aroma in your house without toxins. One, you could put them in your bath. You can take a screenshot of this or write down notes, pause the video, and write down which one you want to do. Because you don't have to do all of them, but if you're like me and want to do them all, do them all. But just pick a couple of them. And then they have suggestions of what oils to use. Steam inhalation, 1 or 2 drops in a steaming mug or bowl. Cup your hands around the rim and breathe in deeply. Breathe is really good. So you probably have Breathe, On Guard, Peppermint. I'm trying to see. Most of these you should have gotten in your kits if you got a kit. If not, you can create your own kit with these products. Linen mist. Let's see. Yeah, you can make your own, so you don't have to buy synthetic stuff. Air freshener, foot massage, and breathe from your hands. Okay. All right. doTERRA hair care. Love this stuff. The whole family uses it now. Yay. It's color safe, and it's great for all hair types. I've heard curly haired women use it and are pleased with it. Straight hair, obviously. And those that color their hair for sure. The conditioner, it's really creamy and thick. I like to use it as a shaving lotion when I'm in the shower. So I put that on my legs and shave, and it's very nice. And I love the leave-in conditioner detangler for my kiddo, Erica. Her hair gets really tangled. So we spray that in there and get those tangles out, and also protects your hair, ladies, when you're adding in all those heating elements to it. The Virage skincare is my favorite. I just got this because I ran out of pretty much everything I was using, because that's how we do, right? We run out of the stuff that we already currently have before we get new. I was using a mix of doTERRA products and Beauty Counter, because I'd liked Beauty Counter. They're the same as doTERRA. They're always looking for natural products to put in their, beauty line. But I wanted to try the full skincare line, the Virage skincare line, because on Facebook I follow a lot of other doTERRA leaders, and they like to share testimonials from their customers. And this one woman had like dark spots, age spots on her face, and she used this line, I think, for 6 months, and she documented it, taking pictures, and it's just all her skin tone is excuse me, it's completely even. And I was like, okay, I got to try this. I've used a toner before. I love it. The way I use it, I put it in my hands and then pat my face, because I run out of cotton balls all the time. I can never keep them. The cleanser, excuse me, is, you clean your face with it. It smells really, really nice and clean. The hydrating serum, I follow with that. That is a spa in a bottle. Every time I put it on, I'm just like, wow, I just feel so like, relaxed, and I'm just like in the moment, taking care of myself and feeling good. And that's all I'm doing, is loving on myself. Moisturizer, it's nice and thick, but not too thick, not too heavy, very light. So I'm going to give this a shot for the next 6 months and see how it goes. Yarrow Palm, huge fan of Yarrow Palm. It's active botanical nutritive duo. So enjoy this unique blend of yarrow essential oil and cold pressed pomegranate seed oil. That's what the palm's for, short for pomegranate. Apply to your skin daily for smooth, glowing, and nourished complexion. So this has been my go-to this week because I ran out of body lotion. So I've been doing 5 drops of the Yarrow Palm, 2 drops of the Blue Tenzi, because I talked about that earlier, with some body, well, I use the body carrier lotion that doTERRA has on limited time offer, but you can use fractionated coconut oil, and I apply that to my legs, and they stay moisturized throughout the day. I don't have to reapply. I don't get that, you know, it doesn't look like I didn't do anything to my legs by, 4 hours later. But you will turn into a Smurf if you do try this protocol. Yeah, but it doesn't last forever. You just keep working it in until it vanishes. But it's my favorite part because I feel like, why not? Let me be Smurf that for the day. Uh, Wholesale $95. If you're on LRP, you can use your points. That's how I get my Yarrow Palm, ladies. I use my points. So I don't ever have to pay out of pocket like that. Okay, just saying. Okay. On Guard sanitizing hand wipes. For, coronavirus is still out there, you guys. It hasn't gone away. We have it in our mind that it's gone, especially though I know I have, because I feel like I already got it. So I feel like, damn, it's over, but it's still out there. We could get sick again. Some people have. Yeah, you can use, it has On Guard essential oil, aloe leaf extract, and you can wipe your hands while being gentle on your skin. It's just super easy convenience. You're not using that gel form because that's all alcohol, and that's not good for your skin either. All that sanitizing stuff, because we're killing off good germs too. We don't want to do that, because then we're going to introduce more diseases and crap to our bodies. And we don't want to do that. We're trying to do the opposite of that. I've actually used these to wipe down carts and handles and stuff like that, even though it's not meant for that, but it's got On Guard on it. So I've done that a couple of times. So there's 3 ways to buy. Retail, which is full price. I'm not even gonna get into that because I don't want any of my friends paying full price for something they could get a discount on. Wholesale is the most common. A lot of people are happy with that. It's $35 membership fee, and you get 25% off for the whole year. And you get other benefit perks if you get on LRP. Below wholesale is where you're getting these oils even at deeper discounts below the 25% off. And it's the smartest way to shop to get started for sure. Here's one way to do that: the Aroma Essentials collection. Yeah, this is the perfect, if you're ready to ditch and switch, like you've had enough, you're like going through your house under your kitchen cabinet, and you're going to see the word fragrance and all those cleaning products, whether it's for your home or for the laundry. And think about it, your skin is exposed by the clothes you're wearing, the sheets you're sleeping in. I mean, it's just 24/7 that we're in close contact with these chemicals, and we're not even thinking about it because we think we're fucking clean, or at least the clothes we're wearing are clean, but they're full of toxins. Okay, so this is the perfect kit to start ditching and switching those harmful chemicals. No more plugins, no more dryer sheets. You're going to use these to make your house and clothes smell amazing. It has peppermint. Now you're getting the 5 milliliter bottle, so you're just dipping your toe, 85 drops. You're just figuring out if this is a good protocol for you, a lifestyle, so to speak. Peppermint is that's an energy booster. It's great for first thing in the morning with wild orange, because it's going to get people up and motivated and focused, ready to start the day. Cheer is sunny and bright, uplifting, especially if you deal with a lot of gray months like we do out here with May gray and June gloom. Cheer is perfect for that. Balance is going to keep you grounded all day. Breathe is going to open up those airways. Great for meditation, feeling tranquil. Northern Escape is like running into the woods, getting that forest bathing. Just like, what a great way to, get away from reality. Citrus Bloom, if you want your room to smell, like spring. Got the citruses. It reminds me of the orange trees out here because they bloom these flowers, and that's what this reminds me of. Warm, spicy, refreshing is the On Guard. Great for cleansing the air. Serenity, nappy nap time, ready for bed. It just cues the body, doesn't knock you out. And adaptive just keeps that monkey brain from, driving you crazy, but you're still focused and alert. It's my go-to for every day, especially before work. And then the La Luz diffuser is very quiet, very sleek. It's a glass diffuser. I think it's beautiful. It's my favorite diffuser so far. I've actually put it into the bedroom because that's how quiet it is, because other diffusers from Doterra have always woken me up in the middle of the night because they're still running and I can hear that gurgling, but this one's very quiet. So I like this one. Another option, if you want bigger bottles, the Home Essentials kit. It's 3 times the oil, but not 3 times the price. This is for the person that's like, yeah, I'm ready to ditch all that stuff in my kitchen. For the stuff you're cleaning in your bathroom, the stuff you're cleaning in your kitchen, your laundry. Let's ditch and switch. Get rid of those plugins. Let's get rid of those candles, because that's important to me. And we'll go. I'll go a little deeper in that later on in the show, in the class. What do you get in this one? You're getting the top oils everybody turns to when they start with doTERRA, or when they become members. These are staples. I mean, these are the staples in everybody's home. Lavender, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, oregano, and frankincense. Getting the 5 milliliter deep blue, because deep blue typically comes in 5 milliliter. You can get a 15 milliliter deep blue in the Aroma Touch kit if you desperately need a 15 milliliter. Breathe, Digestin, and On Guard, again, 15 milliliter. And the La Luz diffuser, because it's so quiet and beautiful. It looks great in every room. And there's all kinds of features, running times, and that sort of thing. For those that are ready to just like seriously ditch and switch, like you're going through your medicine cabinet and you're like, I'm chucking. Find the stuff that's expired, chuck those first. That's what I did. And we'll start replacing. The Natural Solutions Kit has 26 products in all that you're going to receive. If you were to break down, and I know a lot of people are like, $450, this kit used to be over $500. So I don't know. And they've only switched out only a couple of products in this kit over time. So when you break down the unit cost, you're getting 26 pieces at $450. It comes out to under $18 a piece. And I don't know who's going to get frankincense for $18, at a 15 milliliter. That is, real pure essential oil and not fake stuff. Where are you going to get supplements for under $20? I don't know. The On Guard, the VMZ, the Alpha CRX Plus, and the XE Omega, Terrazyme, and PBSs Plus. Are you kidding me? What this does, it sets the foundation for your gut. It gives you the staples that you need in your home to get started. And we're just going to start replacing things. Instead of Bengay or Salon Paws, you're going to use the Deep Blue Stick. You're going to start using these supplements for 30 days. And if you don't feel a difference, then you don't need to purchase them again. But you're going to feel a difference and you're going to put them in your LRP cart. Terrazyme is enzymes that break down the nutrients in your gut so you have a happy brain. PBSs Plus is probiotics that actually reach the lower gut where the probiotics need to be. And you need probiotics to produce serotonin. And we all know serotonin is a happy chemical that our body produces. But sometimes we're not producing enough because we can't control what's going on in the world and we absorb that. And all right, so let's turn to our oils. Tea tree, skin, hair, nails, digestion, tummy issues, traveling, trying new foods for the first time. Lemon helps regulate lower or higher the blood pressure, whatever you need. Also helps support liver cells because those cells last the longest in our body. We talked about frankincense, king of oils. If it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for you. Fractionated coconut oil. So when you get this kit, you're going to get 10 milliliter roller empty ones from me. You can use this fractionated coconut oil to make your own rollers so you can take them on the go. Breathe with lavender at night helps open up those airways, less snoring if you deal with that. Correct X is like Neosporin, but again, no petroleum in it. Breathe is like Vapo Rub, but again, no petroleum in it. Plant-based ingredients. Apply it on the chest, on the back. Serenity, you can diffuse, put on the bottom of your feet. On Guard toothpaste, huge fan. I dealt with gingivitis after giving birth to my daughter for 5 years because my body was completely inflamed after being diagnosed with preeclampsia, because that's what preeclampsia does, is inflame everything. And I was dealing with gingivitis. Finally got a hold of this toothpaste, used it for a month, and I've had like the best checkups. Never been an issue. On Guard. That's a hand sanitizer. Take it on the go, spray carts, handles. 'Cause, you know, yucky stuff is out there, man, and people aren't washing their hands anymore. On Guard Plus is a soft gel, so you can take that internally to boost your immune system to keep feelings of overwhelm down. That's just for convenience because you don't have the oil here. Oh, you do. Yeah, it's right next to it. And then you could use the On Guard oil to diffuse or make your own cleaning products in a spray bottle. Okay. Now, if you were to buy all this over time or with your wholesale account, you would be paying over, it looks like, you know, nearly $700. If you don't get this kit and you were to buy this over time, plus all that shipping, I'm trying to save you some money off the bat to get you started. And then you get the box, the doTERRA wooden box. I think there's 25 spaces. You can put your oils in there to keep them all organized and put them next to your supplements and you're good to go. All right. So where you get your oils is just important from like who you get it from, because I don't see Target, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, the gas station calling you and following up with you and doing wellness consults with you. And, you know, it's like, hey, you probably bought something from them and they're wondering, did you find any relief? Did you get better sleep? Did you feel less pain? They're not going to do that. That's where I come in. You have me for life. You're going to get your kit. We're going to set up right away a wellness consult because we're going to go over the 3 things you want to feel more or less of. And we're going to introduce the Live Guide has awesome tips, do-it-yourself recipes. It's just chock full of information to help you get started, okay? And to remind you, you know, what did you get this oil for? The Advanced Oil Magic Book, if you get a kit, or you create your own kit that's over 150 PV, you're going to get this Advanced Oil Magic Book from me. It's got over 600 ailments in it. It's got protocols. This is the book you're going to reference to get your LRP started because it's going to have protocols for the 3 things you want to feel more or less of. It's going to have the when to use, how to use, what to use, and how long to use. So yeah, this is going to be your BFF, and I'm going to show you how to use that in your wellness consult. And then continuing education. That's important to me because I don't want these oils sitting on your shelf collecting dust. I'm guilty. I've done it too. So that's why I love teaching these classes, because I don't want that to happen to you. There's an oil camp. Maybe you're just like, well, I just want my digest in and I'm happy with that. Well, you're just scratching the surface, you guys. You're just scratching the surface when you use just one oil. Oil camp will introduce you to all the top oils that you got in your kit and how to use them in different ways. And I don't know, you might be surprised. And then you can always follow me if you're super duper busy, because people tell me all the time they don't have enough time. You can follow me on Simple Abundant Life with Nick on Facebook. I got a group and a page, Instagram and YouTube. So you can catch all these videos and watch them at your convenience, pause them whenever. If you're really, really bored and you just want to hear me talk, put that in the background. There I am. Okay, so there's 3 types of people. Those who want to live a natural wellness lifestyle. They tried this for 30 days. They felt a difference because it takes 30 days to form a habit, right? But it takes 90 days to see a result. And those are the type, that's that person. They saw the result in 90 days and they're living that natural life, the wellness lifestyle. The second type of person that comes to my class to become a member, they naturally want to share, like they've already thought of someone because they had a good experience with these oils. Yeah, my mom could use this, my sister could use that, my aunt, my cousin. my best friend, my coworker. I mean, there's so many people we run into that have problems, and they naturally want to like help their friends. That's a share. Third person, they want to build to earn an income. They want to get their oils paid for, or they want to supplement their income, or they just want to replace their income altogether and make an impact in their community. They want people to feel better more often. They care about their well-being. That's a builder. And if you think you're a sharer or builder, please connect with me, because I want to help you get set up for success. And I can do that for you. I'm always looking. All right. So the reason this is toxins, this whole toxic thing, removing them from your home is important to me, because I don't know what our modern approach, our medical, practices are going to look like. I don't know what big pharma is going to sell to us in the future, to help remove these toxins, because that's going to be a thing, you guys. Because enough of us are going to have them. We're going to be like, how do we get rid of them? And we're going to start looking for solutions, and big pharma is going to be on top of that and try to pump you full of stuff. When all this time we've had natural plants, and I've been talking about it, because I don't know what our future looks like, and I want to like start now so that we can change these stories, less diseases and that sort of thing. And this is a natural way to do it. It's another option. It works for me. And I know it'll work for you, because everybody has cells, and these work on a cellular level. So yeah, they're for everyone. So I hate it when I hear people say they're too expensive. It's not for me. It's not my lifestyle. But you have sales and they need support. So yeah, I just want my community to feel better, because when you feel better, you do better. You put more good out into the world, and we are dealing with enough bull crap as it is outside, right? And outside of homes. Okay, so if you want more information, you can text nature2 to 386457 for more information on how you can ditch and switch. All right, you guys, I'll go ahead and stop my share now. Yay. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I'm waiting for there we go. I hope that was helpful and it resonated to you. And if you have any questions, you're ready to get started, please reach out to me. Reach out to the person that enrolled you if it's not me, and we'd be happy to get you started on removing those nasty ass toxins in your home slowly but surely, right? Okay, love you guys. See you next week. We're going to talk about emotions, because I get so emotional, baby. It's an emotional time right now. We're dealing with a lot of heavy stuff. So we're going to talk about that, what emotions are. And, that's what makes us humans, is we have emotions. We can't fight them. So we might as well join them, right? Okay. We'll talk about that next week. Join me. See you later, guys. Be well. See you next time. Bye.